I'm not sure where I stand with Triple H. I know that, just being honest, I never rated him.
So
the only reason I believe, anyway, and I'm probably be sorry I say all this stuff because it's probably not going to help me out, but I just never ever thought he was any good. I never thought everything he's done, everything he's created, it's all stuff that he wrote out for himself. Like, I'm going to be this, I wish I could have sat back in 1992 and said, well, this is what I'm going to do for the next 10 years. I'm going to win every title and I'm going to be champion 55 times or 500 times, or, it's like, I think Triple H.
I remember, what was that on, I think it was Solomon, or Monster, when they were talking about that. He's like, and I agree with Bret. He said he could be a 35-time champion. He's still not 35 times better than me. It's like, you're damn right. Now, he was good at being the bad guy. Being the bad guy was perfect for him, because being the good guy wouldn't even fit him. And when he tried, it didn't even look right. It's just like Flair or somebody being the good guy. It just don't work. Lesnar's a good guy. He still got that mean streak, but he's still better off as a bad guy. Some wrestlers are just switching over. It just don't work for him. But he's Triple H, the perfect bad guy. Piss you off. Want to see him get his ass kicked. And yeah, same thing with Michaels. The pretty boy, getting his ass whooped. Just certain stuff. The others, the good guy, the friendly guy wasn't working.
Is a phony, like, in the sense that he never earned it. He never deserved it. He just married the boss's daughter, and
he's not the first person to bring that up.
The only reason he married the boss's daughter is because I think he became Vince's hit guy, or the whole thing that happened in Montreal. Not that we want to go back to all that, but Triple H. Let me just say this: I wish he'd been in the dressing room when I knocked Vince out.
He would have got knocked out too, probably.
I have no doubt in my mind that Triple H would have had the exact same ride.
Well, he would have beat his ass. He would have.
Are you researching dental implants?
There's a lot of dental offices that'll talk about doing their teeth in a day process.
I wish that it had happened. I wish he was in the dressing room, because he might not be married to Stephanie anymore, or might not have ever happened. But there was so much anger, and Triple H was such a slimeball back in 1997. I mean, he was a guy that I had very little respect for. I never really rated him. I don't know. You guys tell me, like, there's not one match that I ever watched of Triple H's with anybody that I ever thought was like, oh, that's a great match. Or I never ever wanted to wrestle him. I always look at every wrestler.
He was a top bad guy.
And I could do this with that guy. But with Triple H, it was always like just a match. Like, it was just, nothing special ever came to my mind. I wrestled him a couple of times. He always was trying to beat me. And I remember we did a Monday Night Raw in Germany, and he was part of the booking now. He's in the booking committee with Vince and Jerry Briscoe and all these guys. And I get to Germany, which is one of my biggest markets ever. Like, there was never a star in Germany like I was. And even Vince told me after, when I came back in 2010, when I came back, he told me one time, he goes, the only country that never came back was Germany. He goes, after you left and you left the company, he goes, it's never come back. It's never been the same. It's like the whole market crashed, and I think it's kind of come back and running now. But it took a long time for them to rebuild their core there. And again, it's like I get in the dressing room, and I can't remember what city it was in Germany, but it was Monday Night Raw, and it might have been Berlin. I can't remember, but I get there, and Triple H is beating me conveniently, 1, 2, 3, right in the middle of the ring, and I'm like, I remember Jerry Briscoe. They kind of cornered me in the dressing room. Triple H is staring at me, and it's like, this is what you're doing, and Triple H is going to go over, and I'm like, I'm listening to him, and I said, I want to talk to Vince first. I said, I'm not doing anything till I talk to Vince. And then, because I never refused to ever lose to anybody except for Shawn in Survivor Series. But anyway, so I said, I want to talk to Vince. And so then they said, okay, they put me in a room with Vince. And I said to Vince, I said, why would you beat me in Germany? It's the most over country that I'm, like over here too, where I was really super over. Why would you beat me with a guy that's not over, you, Triple H? And why would you beat me in the middle of the ring? And I'm wrestling Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13 in 2 weeks or a week from now. So you're going to beat me on Monday Night Raw, pin me right in the middle of the ring.
That's bad there.
And you want me to wrestle Steve Austin and do what? And I remember Vince just had this, looked like somebody hit him with a sledgehammer. He's like, and he goes, you're right. You have to change it. He realized that they can't beat me before I wrestled Steve. And you can just see Triple H just about, he just turned white. It was like he didn't get to beat me. He had already mapped it out in his head that he was going to pin me and destroy me right there in Germany because he had the clout, which tells you what kind of a piece of shit he was. But anyway, so I foiled him temporarily, but he was out
dirty
to
dog.
Me, and he was not the heat that Triple H and Shawn had for me for all those months leading into the Survivor Series. Like I said, I wish Triple H had been in the dressing room.
He would have got a good beating.
He might not be around today to talk about it.
Yeah. Don't forget that's Stu Hart's boy. This man could have, what they say, stretch him like a pretzel, like on the Shadows documentary. He would have been just like them guys in the basement. He would have been hollering a lot worse. No, please, Bret, I had enough. Oh, because could have stretched him out. Shoot, this man was already in a bad mood. He said y'all come in this locker room, you're getting knocked out. I mean, They said that night he was steaming. They said he was steaming hot.
I do want to finish up by saying, in 2025, so many modern wrestlers, CM Punk, FTR, all these different people, still talk about how much they love Bret Hart, and the legacy that you've left is pretty obvious to people, I think, and that must make you pretty happy.
Yeah, it is. I always led by example. I always tried to be professional. I never ever refused to lose to any wrestler in my whole career, ever. To anybody, whatever the boss wanted is what I was going to do. I was never a troublemaker. I never was a shit disturber. I never played games with wrestlers and, plotted out ways to screw them over like Triple H and Shawn. But, there was a set plan to humiliate me and sweep me out the door. And I always thought as it was happening, I've given this guy 14 freaking years of everything I got. And I believed everything he's ever told me. And I've been the loyal guy. I've never missed a show. I had a perfect record. I think in all the years I worked in WWF, I only missed one match, I think. And I remember when I called up and said, I'm going to miss one town. Vince McMahon laughed and he goes, "It's the first time you've ever missed the town in like 10 years or something." And he goes, "Don't even worry about it." And
that is something. So I remember another another interview. Yeah, a lot of people hated that mess. Of course, Mankind. I think the Taker was hot about it. The Road Warriors didn't like it. And a lot of people didn't like that mess. Of course, Bret Nolan, Bulldog and Owen. Oh boy. Because if they had if they had got their hands on Michaels and what's his name for real, oh boy. They said Bulldog had a mean streak. He was a good dude, so he could get real nasty. So, that was bad there. Because if that dirty dog had locked in the if that dirty dog had walked in the locker room, he probably would have had two swole eyes to go with it.